Hello basketball coaches and basketball players, my name is Alan from Al's Basketball Training, and today I want to talk to you about different half-court press defenses that you can run if you have a shorter, quicker basketball team. Let's get down to the clipboard and let me go over these strategies with you. Okay, so this first strategy, the first time I ever coached at the rep level, which is the level up here in Canada that's equal to like the AAU down in the States. Basically, the first game I ever coached, I came up against this defense and my team was stunned. We were grade 8s, and yeah. So anyways, we ended up being very close in this game, but we just didn't win because of the beginning of the game. And basically, the zone that they were playing was a 4-1. And from there, basically, when we try to dribble the ball up the middle of the court, they would pounce on us and cut off the middle and force right or left. Now, at that point, we would then pass the ball over towards the corner, and that's when player 2 would then move over, player 1 moves over, and player 3 moves over, player 5 also then does also move over. And players sometimes tend to dribble into the corner, and now they are pinned and stuck, and there's nothing they can do. Going from there, that's the main idea. That's what you want to see happen. However, going from there, what you want to have done is, obviously, the offense is going to try and beat it by going down to these corners. However, how you're going to cut that off is having player 1 and 2 pounce on player 1 as a double team, and he's going to dribble out towards those sides or pass to those sides. And when they do pass to those sides, player 5 is going to move over and player 3 is going to move down to cut off those corners. And if you've got a short, quick team, they're able to successfully run this zone very well. Now, going into this next zone, it's going to be protecting those corners a little bit more and single coverage going up the middle. Okay, so now this zone is a 3-2 press. And what we're going to be having here is player 1 is going to be only going 1 to 2 steps past the half-court line so that he can force player 1 to go left or right. When this happens, we're going to then have player 3 step up, but we do not want player 3 or player 2 to go past half. At this point, we could have a pass over to player 2, and he would then be trying to get it up court, but we're going to have player 1 and 3 cutting him off. Player 2 is going to be covering the middle so that player 2 is then trapped. Now, going from there, player 4 and 5, they're going to be watching players down low get into these corner spots. The reason why they're watching these corner spots is because that's one easy way to be able to beat a press. Another easy way to beat a press is up the middle. So by having player 2 covering the middle, player 5 covering here, and player 4 covering there, we are now essentially cutting off anything that goes to those open spots, and the only real way to get the ball up the court is up the sidelines. And if you've got a fast enough 3 players who are able to move quick enough side to side laterally, you're going to be very successful when running this defense. Now, this is a great defense to run as well, but I've got one more that I absolutely love to run. This is more closer to the three-quarter court press. However, I still classify this as a half-court press because there's only one player who's actually pressing up to the opponent's three-point line. Let's get down to the clipboard. Let me show you this defense. Okay, so here we have the 1-2-1-1. And what we're going to be doing here now, with this defense, once player 1 red gets past or up to that three-point line, we're going to have player 1 pressing. We are not going to be having player 2 or 3 go past half court. That is a no-no in my world, because now if they go past half, they're creating an open space for the offense to go in. So they're going to be staying just past on our side of half. Now, player 1, if he tries to dribble over towards this side, you now know that he is a dribble-happy point guard, and he is going to be trapped in that corner 100%. However, if he passes over towards that side, what's going to happen is player 1 is going to move over and still force that player down, and we're going to start seeing player 3 start shadowing over, and we're going to have player 2 cutting off the middle of the court. Now, the reason why you want to have a fast, short team for this press is because those players, if the other team is smart and they pass the ball back around, you need these players to get back to their locations and player 1 to follow that ball over so that we can continue to trap players in the trapping areas. Now, if you don't already know, the reason why we want to trap players in these corners is, let me show you really quickly. If we were to have player 3 dribble into that corner, we now have no way for him to go out of bounds, back over half, that's a turnover. We also have no way of him going forwards towards the net. Now, he also can't pass back over towards that half, so we've basically cut it down so that he's only able to pass over towards this half, but we have player 3, player 4, and player 5 guarding zones that if the ball is passed in those locations, we're going to be able to pick that off. And that's basically the main idea behind the 1-2-1-1 diamond press defense. Now, this is a half-court version of the diamond press. There's also a full-court version as well. Anyways, those are more broken down a little bit better in other videos that you can find on my channel. I hope that you've enjoyed today's video. If you have, hit that like button, subscribe, and I'll see you guys again later on today for the second video of the day.